So about 50% of the question I receive when people take my course and they phone me or they email me or they contact me is always, I cannot find this fund. I cannot find this fund. The problem is very often it's very difficult to find the right fund when we don't have the exact code. So I'll give you a couple of tips and you can I hope it will help you. Okay, so first of all, here it's like the Google box. It's very small, but it's the Google box. And if I say AGF and just hit enter, I will have all the funds that have AGF in them. It doesn't mean that it will be just the family. In this case, it will be just AGF's family, but it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't mean that it is just them that manufacture. It can be a fund sold by investors or by another company. But in this case, it is just the AGF. If I go with Fidelity, you have all the funds. Ah, right. I'm glad. So I'm glad that it happened. So what you just saw is, but there are Fidelity funds, yes. But I was trying to find a Fidelity fund, and if you remember at the beginning, I take the case. No, don't reset the search field. So now doing that, they did not reset. I did not reset the search field, so I have to go back to here and then hit Fidelity, and now I will find them. And if I do, let's say this, it should not work. Exactly, because I'm looking for AGF fund in the Fidelity. So I will just show you the difference live. That's the magic of an online course. So I go here, and instead of search auto reset, I will say yes, and I will say save to my profile. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I do AGF, and I look at AGF funds, and now I say Fidelity, and I find them. Why it's not important, but why it's useful. See, when you want exactly like that, you want to find other funds and you don't want to go back, and you go there and you just do your search. If you do FID 281, I think, exactly, you have those funds that are all have the number. By the way, I'm just showing you another trick. So you see FID 281, you have the real one here, FID 281. But if you click here, you will see that there is FID 2813. So it gives you that result. If you go here, you'll see that you have FID 2811, and it gives you that result. And I will say, I don't remember, I will try to find, let's say AGF 1225. Okay, so I do that research here, and then I want to do AGF 1225. It's working. But if you have no, it will not work, and you always have to go back. So when you have an income statement and you want to go very fast, it will not be very useful. So it's better to have it at yes. So you can do search in that box. You can do search with the number of the fund code, of course. You can search like Fidelity, and if you know a little bit, let's say FID North. Let's say North, just North. And now you have Fidelity, North America, you have 264 funds of that. But in North, and you can say, okay, it's in America, and it is equity, and you know it is the E1. So, all right. So I could have just written, if I have an idea of the name of the fund, FID, North America Equity E1, and I don't have, so it is just abbreviation, but it is Google Lite. It gives you the answer. Of course, it is better to have the fund code, but it can work like that. Let's say there is a fund that has the word social in it, like a social class, a social fund. You have just one that has the name social in the fund. You have there. Let's say the name environment. environment. Yes, I've spelled it right. So you have Desjardins. So you can go with names like that because people ask me if there is a category of environmental mutual fund. No, there is not. There is not a category of social, but you can go and search different terms like that. Very, very useful. Now, we go fast. Okay, let's see. I have a statement here, and I have 6 funds, and I want to just time me. We'll see very, very, very fast. So I have the code. So I say okay. I have a NCE 717, and I find it. So what I do, look at that. I right click and add to working list. Before, I remember yeah. No, I have my working list is empty. Perfect. My working list is empty because I have flushed it. So here, click, right, add to working list. And now I go back and say AGF 9412. Right click, add to working list. Go here, CIG 6116. Very fast. Right click, add to working list. 3 more. DYN 7034. So easy. Right click, add to working list. And then ID 831. Here you go. Right click, add to working list. And the last one, MFC 302. Yes. There is many of them. I will take the first one. Right click and add to working list. I go in my working list. I have my 6 mutual fund. I'm very fast. I know it's a customer. I have to do something with it. And maybe there is lunch that coming in. I don't know. I click and then I create new list. I have nothing to add. I have another screen like that. So that's my new list. I will say save. And I will say example workstation. Perfect. I will say okay. That's it. Closed. And now I have saved all my findings into a list that is here. Example workstation. Here you go. Perfect. See? And I have seen I have so much things on my list. I can do some I can go do this, I can do this and do this. And when I have too many things, I just right click, by the way, and delete, and this will clean, and I will just keep those because I have done some courses and stuff like that, so it just go back and we're done.